Welcome to the Royal Borough of Windsor and Maidenhead in Berkshire, England. We're at the magnificent Sunningdale Golf Club, established in 1900, designed by Willie Park Jr. It's a par 70, 35 each side, 6,617 yards. It's the 34th Senior Open presented by Rolex. Pretty good scoring out on the golf course so far. 51-year-old Gonzalez making his tournament debut 4 under par alongside Stephen Dodd. Matt Gogol and Wes Short Jr. in there at 300. A plethora of players in there too, including Malcolm Mackenzie. There's Rich Beam, 2002 PGA champion. And of course, Tom Lehman and the ever-present Bernhard Langer, winner of 41 majors.
If you want to know how to manage your way around a golf course, this is the group to follow. Langer and Furyk. This won't be left of the pin, just like Furyk. He'll play just slightly to the fat side, just like that. Just brilliant. Obviously, you've got to execute quite well too.
It is a marvellous education to watch, and it's a skill that is disappearing in the game.
Yeah, it is. Guys are aggressive these days, especially off the tees.
Flag just 4 off the right at 18. That's nicely played by Gonzalez. Uphill, right to left. Oh yes. Oh yes. Just beautifully read, beautifully stroked.
Looks like he's been hanging around Miguel Angel Jimenez quite a bit. Knows how to celebrate a putt going in. That's a new one. Like a little point up there to the sky. To get it into first on his own. The first man to hit 5 too high.
Yeah, just less break on the right-hand side of that 18th than you think, and way more on the left-hand side than you think. What a good round of golf, though. 66 in the clubhouse.
66. Do you think that'll be leading by the end of the day?
I don't. I think somebody will get in better than that. Benign conditions.
Slight downhill lie makes it. Oh yeah, and he was chasing after it. Only 124 yards. Wow. Perhaps not exactly where he was aiming, but brilliant shot. And he turns 64 next month, and he's sort of threatening to shoot his age. Wouldn't surprise me if he does sort of match his age this week, Ken.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. As a tactician, there's been none better. He just never plays silly shots, always plays the percentages. Got a little bit of body movement when he strikes the putt. See how steady he is for the practice, but he's not quite as steady when he hits the real thing.
Oh. Just nails it.
To me, the most impressive thing is that in his early days, in his 20s, he could 4-putt that, no problem at all. He could hit it just as far past. He overcame that, which is enormous mental strength.
It's a little bit thicker than I thought. Where his ball sits, really having to dig it out. He's a big, strong man too. Can he get it to the front edge? Oh, what a shot. I didn't expect to see that.
Outstanding approach there from Dodd on the final hole. Dodd on the final hole after a glorious approach from the rough down the left-hand side. This to get into a tie at the top. No, and there was never any doubt. Only round of golf from the Welshman, just the one blemish. Great conditions out there, and somebody going along nicely. 2011 Open champion, but Darren Clarke with a birdie putt.
Went out in 31. Darren Clarke, but did bogey the 12th hole, but came right back with a birdie on the 13th. His lovely downhill par 3.
Not a great lie for Darren Clarke. He's got 209 yards and it's sitting down. The great thing is the grass is going with him. I'd be surprised if he gets to the front edge, but he might get within 15 to 20 yards if it comes out hot. It's one of those, you can feel it straight off the club face if it comes out hot. And he got a lot of it. This has got some run on it. This is better than good.
Return putt, birdie putt for Darren Clarke. And nicely done. There you go.
2011 Open champion. First man to 5 under par. 4 holes left to play of his first round. Take a little hazy look over London. Into the city of London in the distance. And there will be the Shard. You've got to avoid the Philip Price shot left. Looks like he's done that sufficiently.
Excellent. Kingston to get to 4 under. Nicely done. Good 2-putt. That's a beautifully played hole.
Ernie Els plays the game like he's got really heavy arms. Like twice as heavy as most. It's just a languid swing. It's like he flops those heavy arms that are like legs on the ball. Watch this. He just flops it down there and it just... it's just beautiful to watch. Just a wedge.
Beautiful shot. Yeah, I don't think I've seen Ernie swing this well in a long time. That is so under control. It's so in sync. And 306-yard tee shot.
In the jaws, beautiful putt. Bet he wishes he had gone cross-handed many years ago, Ernie, when the putting went off. Would have had a few more wins under his belt. Let's go to James Kingston, up the hill to the 16th. Plays about 7 or 8 yards, and you're playing off an upslope, so plays a little more than that, but he's worked all that out phenomenally well. Stunning shot.
Oh, what a second shot. Kingston about to join Darren Clarke at the top of the leaderboard.
Flawless.
Yeah, absolutely. 5 birdies, not a bogey.
Clarke has company. That's where he'll be finishing in about half an hour's time, 20 minutes perhaps.
Horrible lie for Ernie Els, but he got good contact. Go on, miss that bunker. Go on, don't you dare. Oh, Ernie, you're a lucky old man. Look at this thing coming down now. Woo-hoo!
Tell you what, it helps when you've got a pair of extra legs joined onto your shoulders, the size of those arms. That's just brute strength. He's managed to extricate himself there.
Another smooth 9-iron for Darren Clarke. He's been dead-eyed Dick out here today with the irons. This doesn't disappoint.
Beautiful.
Well, he is now down the hill, gently from right to left.
That'll do it. It's amazing how much more complicated putting becomes. I remember playing with Ernie as a foursomes team. We played Southern Africa against Australasia at Houghton Golf Club. And I was asking him lines, and he would walk halfway down the line. He'd have one look, walk halfway down the line, just point at a mark and say, look, hit it somewhere over there at the right speed and it'll go in. And they did. He just made it sound so easy.
Looking very serious and focused.
He's got the look, hasn't he, Dom?
Yeah. I think he's come here. He means business. Aiming well right.
Started it where he wanted, didn't he? Lines on the ball, lines on the putter, all in sync, and started it where they were all aiming, just under red a fraction.
31-34 for Darren Clarke, a round of 65, 5 under par, currently leader in the clubhouse, just that bogey on 12. Excellent first round from the 2011 champion golfer of the year. Kingston stepping into the bunker now, and that lie looks perfect. You walk in there and you see a lie like that, the green slightly tilted towards you, you're thinking about holing.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, hold it down, a little bit right to left on that.
Deepish bunker, so face open, stance open, swing down your toe line, release the club head down into the sand and past your hands, and it should just pop up and run out close. All sounds very easy. Now let's see if he's listening. Oh, don't you love it when a plan comes together?
Fantastic execution. It's been a majestic performance from Kingston in the Royal Borough. He'll tap that one in. It'll be a par at his final hole, a round of 65. Sits there atop the leaderboard alongside Darren Clarke. Lovely work from the South African. 5 back from Kingston and Clarke. One ahead of Gonzalez, Langer and Stephen Dodd, who's been there all afternoon. Jerry Kelly, #1 on the Champions Tour, 3 under par, 67 for him today. Alan Ben Fowler, also 67. It has been in immaculate condition, weather perfect, scoring pretty good. 35 players are 1 under par as it stands at the moment. Remember, 70 make the cut at the moment. 2 over par is going to be in from there. But it's Darren Clarke and James Kingston. They lead by 1 going into the second round.